Hello, everyone. Welcome to From the Void podcast, a show all about Eternal and our experiences with a game. This is episode 4. I'm Navilis, your host. With me, as always, except for last week because he was on vacation and had a great time. Bassoon, how are you?
I'm good, man. I don't like that it's episode 4. I feel like the ones that I'm not here should be like non-canon. This is episode 3, in my
Should it be
opinion.
like episode 3.5?
Like in an anime, they'll just go on like a 15 episode tangent that has nothing to do with the main storyline. Last week
Yes.
was filler, and this is episode 3 now. I'm doing great. I had a good vacation. I love you all very much. I talked about it extensively on my stream at twitch.tv/bassoonbuffoon. If you care, you can go there. But today's not about me. Today is about our good friend Pear.
Aw, hi.
Pear, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm great. I'm so happy to be here. I'm very ready to talk Eternal.
Awesome. So, tell us. We're just gonna jump right into before we ask questions about you, about your experiences with Eternal. Let's talk about our weeks real quick. Bassoon, how was your week in Eternal so far?
I've kind of fallen into a life of crime and memes. I felt like to rank 500 doing science with all the new cards and nerfs. And I was like, well, I can get really mad and still not make top 100 this month, or I can just embrace what I've become and just keep doing science and memes. So now I'm at rank 800 and I love my life, and I'm not mad at the game anymore. So that's where I'm at.
That's good. I know all about that from last month. You're trying to push, and then you're just getting mad at every little. All of a sudden, someone just plays a random card. Oh man! I tell you, I have a story from last night that happened to me, and I'll tell that later. With my week. So, Pear, how was your week? How was your week in Eternal?
My week was great. It really was. I mean, I just started playing last month, like around this time last month, but I've hit Diamond 2 so far.
Nice.
And I've literally just been playing the Valkyrie deck we're going to be talking about, and I love it so much. I love this game. I love Ikaria. I love every version of her. I've been having literally a blast.
Cool. Yes, this game is awesome. We're gonna ask you a little bit more about your experiences with the game in a second. My week, it's been pretty decent. I am almost to Masters. Trying to break through to Diamond 1 today. I should have done that last night, but I had an opponent who had a double harsh rule turn on me when I had a bunch of units with Aegis. That was crushing, and so I survived at that point. 2 end of stories and a harsh rule, and then he plays a double harsh rule turn the next turn. I'm like, how many? I'm like, well, okay, yes. It was very frustrating. I stopped the game after that. I'm like, I had to walk away. But other than that, I've been getting double harsh ruled in a turn. My week has been pretty good in the game. I'm enjoying it. Doing a little bit more Forge. I haven't hit Forge and Masters. Haven't hit Masters yet in Forge, so I want to do that, and then probably do some little drafting as well. That's what I've been doing. So, all right, Pear, we want to jump right into for you starting out in Eternal. Like, how'd you hear about the game? What made you jump into it? What got your interest or towards the game? Explain a little bit of that, because I know you just started out.
Yeah, I just started out, like I said, last month. I started playing because I was very, very done with Hearthstone. I didn't want to play it, and so I just started the game. I just downloaded it on my phone. I didn't expect to like absolutely fall in love with it, but I did. I heard about it. I've heard about it forever. Like, people talk about it everywhere, and I was just like, I don't know if I want to play this. One CCG is enough, but I picked it up, and I literally haven't put it down since.
Nice. How was it? How was it starting out with, like, as a new player? Because I know they tweaked the new player experience a little bit, like the tutorial and other things. How was that going through? Because I haven't done that. I haven't done the tutorial. Like, they let you do it again if you wanted to or something, and I didn't do. I'm like, I'm not doing that again. But anyway, how was that?
I thought it was really good. I mean, starting out, I know the tutorial is a lot of the story, but I didn't really focus on the story. I was just like, I just want to learn how to play. And so I just kind of ran through that, but it teaches you a lot. It seems long. That's really the only complaint I've heard is that it's a little long, but I think it was longer before, so I think it's fine. It's been amazing.
I'm kind of a blasphemer, but I actually didn't mind how long it was because I was also like trying to figure stuff out and trying to figure out the game as I played. So I needed that long tutorial because I'm a big dumb idiot.
No, I'm in the same boat, dude. I kept trying to attack face, like I kept trying to drag, and like that just didn't work. And then it's like, no, you gotta click and then attack, and then it was just.
So I made my wife play the campaign through, so I could get you get a free premium lump with the refer a friend stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm somewhat of a Yeti enthusiast, so I made my wife do it, and she likes Hearthstone a lot, and she was so mad that you couldn't like direct attacks. So when they introduced the killer mechanic, she goes, "Yes, I can finally Hearthstone," and she was so excited. She felt like she unlocked Hearthstone mode when killer was added to the campaign.
I will never see killer in the same way again. I'm like, it's the Hearthstone keyword killer, you know. Oh man. What I want to ask also, how has the switching over from Hearthstone to Eternal? Because I still play a Hearthstone casually. I haven't, I love the community in Hearthstone, but how has switching over? How has the community been like for not just the Hearthstone community, but the Eternal community and stuff like that? Have you been getting to know anyone from that side of the community? How has that been?
Absolutely. I've gotten to know a lot of the streamers. I love hanging out in so many streams. I feel like the community's been really, really welcoming because like the very first day I was playing it, I got hosted, for a pretty big host, and everybody was just like helping me out, and they were like explaining things to me. Like, I mean, endurance took me like 3 or 4. Like, why can't I target this with like a permafrost or something? They were really nice. I've met a lot of really awesome people. I see people coming back, and meeting new people in Eternal has never been bad. Hasn't been bad yet. I'll say that. But
awesome.
Yeah,
awesome.
Community's amazing for sure.
Cool. Were there any streamers that helped you out with Eternal or anything like that you would like to give a little shout out real quick and everything? Because the Eternal community is awesome, but I want to hear from you.
I think the first host from a Eternal streamer was from Yottabite. Yottabite hosted me, and I absolutely love him. I love the stream. He was actually talking on stream, and like he saw that I was going to be on this episode, and then he told his stream about it, and I thought that was amazing. Hercule Satan is another pretty big streamer, and he's amazing. Sunnyvale, I love Sunnyvale.
Yes. Sunny is sick. One of my favorite people in the game.
Yeah, like I was looking at the leaderboard thing, and he was like #1 in both ranked and draft, and this just blows my mind, like how good you can be at this game.
He's one of those people that's so good at Eternal it frustrates me. I'm not even like I don't even admire him. He just makes me mad.
Like I just go to a stream to be like, why can't I be like this? I'm mad. I'm gonna watch.
Yes, don't watch your stream if you're already upset. You'll just get. No, I'm just kidding. What advice or what would you tell new players that just started playing or thinking about playing the game? What any advice you would give them or anything like that?
Well, in my experience, I didn't really have, I came from Hearthstone, so I didn't have a lot of people knowing how to play Eternal or playing it already. So I kind of had to stumble my way around. But I think what I found is I would absolutely recommend the campaign Into the Shadows. Like, it's the newest one, obviously, but it's the best. I definitely recommend putting some money down for that. I've heard a lot of people say don't buy packs, do drafts and Forge and Gauntlet and stuff. I think Gauntlet is one of the best features in the game for free-to-play or beginning players. I absolutely recommend just grinding that out. I got to Masters in like a week in that, and I was just like, well, what do I do now? And so I just kept doing it. I find it would be a lot of fun.
You know what's crazy? you're new, so you might not know this. They actually, these gauntlet rewards that you're seeing that are so sick and generous have been nerfed. This is post-nerf gauntlet
What?
rewards. It used to be even
Yes.
more insane to do gauntlet.
That's awesome. Well,
They actually had to nerf it because it was actually it was actually a better use of your time to just grind gauntlet infinitely than it was to bother to play ladder.
Wow.
So
I had no idea.
There was a deck. Was it like a Rakano deck, or was it it was a Fire Shadow deck that was just basically so you could speed run through Gauntlet and get gold, and that's what it was all about for. It was good. Like you would rarely lose, and so it's like if you just do this by the end of the week, if you do this, like I think it was like if you do like 5 runs a day, by the end of the week you'll have this much gold on average, and it was just insane.
Wow.
They had like after someone broke it, they're like, okay, we're scaling it back here a little bit.
shout outs to Casey Bandit, rest in peace.
Yes, it was the bandit deck. Yes, for sure. One of the other things, when you first like entered the game, so I was wondering because coming from Hearthstone, I'm not going to bash that game because that game's a great game. I know it's going through some times right now, but all games do that. Let's just be honest, they all do that. But when you open up, then there was like all these modes, like when you had draft, you had rank, you had casual, you had forge, you had gauntlet, you had the campaigns. When you look at all that, were you just kind of like overwhelmed at first, kind of like, what do I do? Just kind of, like I'm not used to this.
No, oh my god. I was like a kid in a candy store. I was clicking all the buttons. I was like, what does this do? What can I do in this? And it's like going from Hearthstone with like you have like what 4, maybe 5 buttons that you can push. Having almost double that and feeling like there's just infinite things you can do, whether you want to play, not against someone or a draft. Like I find drafting so much fun. It's like it's what I wanted Hearthstone to do. And I really feel like they pulled me in with the draft feature, and getting the free draft tickets blew my mind. I didn't know that was a thing, and then I was like, wait, it just like popped up, and I was like, what is this? And it's amazing. I could see how it would be overwhelming, but I think once you kind of figure out, oh, there's the solo content and there's the verses, it's so much easier to understand and everything and get into. So.
For sure. Let's go right into, since we're talking about this. You've been playing. You mentioned deck you were playing. The Rakano. I call it the Rakano cookbook deck because it has cookbook in it, and that card's awesome. Okay, that's one that Bassoon there. He was hyped about when we first talked about it. He was like, oh, this card,
I was high on that card. It was even better. It's even better than I thought it would be.
Yes. And so you've been playing this Rakano cookbook Valkyrie deck that still plays like Icaria, which is one of my favorite cards in the game. It was my first legendary that I opened, so I have a special place. I think we were talking about that on your stream, and so why don't you tell us a little bit about this deck? I know it should be coming up on the screen so everyone can see this deck, but tell us where you found it. How does it play out? We'll just let you take it over right now for our deck tech.
Well, I found it because one of my chatters linked it to me. It's from Cranky Panda. The list that I gave you guys is specifically from Cranky Panda on Eternal Warcry. And I absolutely fell in love with the cookbook. Like, I looked at it at first, and in Hearthstone, it would not be a good card because you only have 30 cards, and then like by the time you draw, you probably have like 15 or 20 or something. But you have like so many cards in the deck that it doesn't really matter how many deal 5 damage to yourself things you shuffle in. So I love it. I think that the cookbook is really what holds it together because it's kind of like mid-rangey, control-ish, but you can also burst them down with Akari and stuff. I really fell in love with Ikaria the first time I ever played her, but she was 7 when I started. So, but I think the nerf is fair. I see why it was so strong, and I can't believe it took that long to nerf it. Honestly.
Well, the reason that it took so long to nerf is because it was one of the best anti-hard control cards in the game.
Yeah.
So they had to nerf control before they could nerf Ikaria, which you notice that'll happen in the same patch.
Yeah. And also because of merchants, it just made Icaria very, very consistent. It was just you were going to see at least 1, 2, possibly 3 a game easily by turn 7. It was just like on turn 7, it was coming down on curve, and I don't think they intended it for that. But I mean, this deck is awesome because I'm looking at it right now. It has the Amelie, the Cloud Marshal, the 4/8. That I know that's one of your favorite cards. That's the one that when it attacks, it plays a 1/1 Valkyrie with flying, and then it increases ability by +1/+1. That if that doesn't get answered, it just makes blockers and just
It's insane.
It's just a good card. That when I saw that card when it came out, I was like, that's gonna be played. That's just easy. That's like hands down going to be played for 5 power.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah, no. Whenever I saw that card, I think it was on Yato's stream, and I saw that card. I hovered over it because the little extension or whatever, and I just went and I just crafted them. I was just like, I don't know where they're going, but I need them. I love this card. It's beautiful. My favorite card.
And so yeah, and this deck right here because before the balance or nerf to Icaria, you could play Amelie, go into the what is his name, Rizon, and then into Icaria. That's a strong curve. If you can do that like right after each other, then plus another problem with the deck, I'm sure was you could ramp up with Privilege of the Rank and Bullet Shaper. Because Bullet Shaper allows you to discard a card and gain 2 power, but then you gain 2. It's like a little broken combination there and everything. What's your favorite thing to do with the deck? Like if you had the nut draw, as they say, what would you want to see? Tell the audience, like what would you want to see in your like opening hand just to blow? Like I have like a 80-90% chance I'm going to win this game because of this hand. Well, maybe not that high, but a good percentage.
Right. Okay. I think you want obviously the power. You want the Bullet Shaper. You want Privilege Rank, and you probably want like I don't know one of your bigger dudes, like maybe Icaria. I would just go full in, get Icaria off the merchant, do the Bullet Shaper, and try to somehow ramp up to an early Icaria. That's what I love. I obviously, the removal, there's like a ton of partials in there, so you're really just trying to get to your Icaria. So, Amelie, I've gotten Amelie out on like turn 3, I think. I would do like Bullet Shaper and then have the Privilege of Rank, and it was just, oh my god.
That's like playing Druid in Hearthstone right there. Okay, like that's like ramping out something like that. Yes. I love how you included or is playing 3 Roland's Intervention. That is such an underrated card. That says it's kind of like one of those choose one cards, and it says give an enemy -3 this turn, or give a unit or weapon in your hand +1/+1, or probably the most important, give one of your Valkyries Aegis, and that allows it to protect. Especially if you're playing Amelie on turn 6 and you have that up, if they go to try to kill it, it's just a huge tempo swing to protecting really any of your Valkyries. And when that happens, it's just crushing for the opponent. I've had it happen against me. When that happens, like, oh, I'm going to take care of this. And they're like, Roland's Intervention. You're just like, well, now,
what do
I'm going to probably lose,
Yeah.
It feels particularly good against control because like a lot of controls, especially temporal control, is the cleanest answer to Icaria without having to use like multiple cards. Is just Blister Sting Wasp? No, the Ambush Wasp. What's it called?
Scorpion Wasp. Was it Scorpion Wasp?
Yeah, Blister Sting Wasp is the Xenon 1/3.
Yep.
Scorpion Wasp. But you can actually use Roland's Intervention to make the Wasp have 0 attack and not kill you, which is it's so good.
It's such a good spell. I've liked it in this deck so far.
Awesome. Yes, this deck right here, we're going to be playing it a little bit later. So stick around the stream. So we're just not kind of going to move on from that. But that is an awesome deck. I love Rakano decks from the aggro to the mid range to more controlling variants. It is a great deck all around. So we're going to check that out a little bit later. So, all right, let's go on to Bassoon, Pear. Let's move into the meta, the ETS top 8, which is the internal the RNG internal tournament system they have there. The balance changes. What do you think is going on right now? And let's talk about Kaifus, okay? Kaifus is one of the most RNG cards they have printed or released to the public. So what do you think about all of this? But soon, we'll get your take first.
About Kaifus?
Yes, Kaifus. What do you think of Kaifus? Kaifus is a 6 power 5/5 card that when you play it, it gets 3 random keyword abilities from the game. So
Kaifus is the homie. I don't know how good he is. I don't know how many decks he's gonna go and how many decks he belongs in. I do think if you already have Dark Returns in your deck, you should probably just put Kaifus in the deck as well. But man, he is a fun card. I have so much fun. When you're evaluating the card, you have to think. So Razan is a reckless flying lifesteal 5/4, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you're evaluating Kaifus, you kind of have to think on average how Razan is really good, right? We all agree that Razan is like a good card.
Mm-hmm.
So on average, how often is Kaifus getting 3 keywords that are better than flying lifesteal? Reckless is arguably a downside. And the answer might be often enough to make it better than Razan. I don't know yet. It's only been out a week.
I've liked the card a lot. I've watched people play it. I've played it in some of my decks. You know, it's neutral, right? So you can just throw it in anywhere. And I mean, whenever you throw it down, your opponent kind of just has to deal with it. I mean, it's a 5/5, and then it's got like all this random stuff, sometimes deadly. I think that's really cool. Killer can be really nice to get on it. I really liked it. I like how they do the promo cards, how they're like the quests and everything. I've liked it all.
Yeah, and so one of the things I realized, I wasn't sure about this card, and I wanted to play it because it seemed fun. It just, seemed fun. I don't want to see too many cards like this in the game because I think it can add frustration. This is what I mean by it. I was playing against a mono shadow deck, and they had this card for their top end. And so after dealing with a couple of Varas, and then they played Kaifus, and they got like Aegis, Killer. I mean, they got like, it was Aegis, Killer, and Charge. Like, okay, sure.
Wow.
And
that's a little Ikaria. That's a little baby Ikaria.
I know, it's pretty, yeah. And so it does Killer and kills something. The next turn, it Dark Returns it. And plays it again. And now it's a little bit stronger, and it has Killer. But this time it has like Flying, like Berserk, and something. I'm like, okay. And I killed that. Okay, I survived somehow and killed that. And then they Dark Return it again. And then it had 9 keywords on it. Okay, and yeah, okay. That's when I was like, okay, this card can be broken because when you Dark Return it twice, I'm just like, I can't deal with it. I lost the game. But it was all because of that one card. They just kept recurring it every turn. And I'm like, what?
I mean, that's kind of like the new Vara too, right? Like, if they just keep hitting infinite Varas, it's like, what are you going to do?
Vara is so good. Oh my word, that card is so good.
I love Vara.
Especially, what do you think about Vara, Bassoon? Like, we're going into like a little rabbit trail now, okay? But Vara I've been so impressed by that card. Go ahead.
Okay, here's my thing about Vara.
Mm-hmm.
I love what it does. I love that I have counterplay against Stand Together now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't love that aggro is being further just ruined. Like Skycrag aggro. I kind of thought at first like Vara's not that big a deal for Skycrag aggro. You don't need Aegis and you have permafrost for Vara. But against like think about like Xenon, they've lowered the turn that you have to permafrost by a turn, because usually you can wait until 5 and permafrost the behemoths, right?
Yeah.
You can torch everything except for Titan they play before turn 4. But now they've moved that like really crucial turn where you have to have permafrost down a turn. They've stressed it with more units. And it can make Vara really frustrating to play against again. As a nice, honest aggro deck out here in these streets, trying to live an honest aggro life, Vara's further suppressing the meme dream of winning games by turn 4.
Oh,
Yes, yes.
So
Go
it's
ahead.
it's a curse and a blessing, my lady Vara.
I agree with that. I think
Agree.
it had to be printed because of the Aegis problem, because there needed to be a counterplay to it. We needed a card like that. I hope we see more cards like that just like kind of get rid of Aegis, kind of like a counterplay. Maybe a couple more, maybe in different colors. I don't know. I don't know how that would be, because Aegis can be pretty annoying. Standing together can be pretty annoying. And I can see Bassoon, you have some things to say about that real quick. It's
No,
like,
that's with it's where I'm on the record with my disdain for the Combre situation. We don't need
okay.
to write
All
a
right,
book
cool.
that's already been written.
Gotcha. And so, Pear, what do you think about Aegis? Do you think it should be tweaked a little bit, or more cards like Vara to like combat the Aegis mechanic? Do you think that's a what do you think about that?
I think what is the stand together? Is that what you
Yeah,
said?
stand
I think
together.
that card is insane. Whenever I first saw it, I think it was on stream, and I just paused for like a good minute, just trying to comprehend what kind of card that was. I think Vara's really good. I mean, like in Hearthstone, there's you can't be targeted by spells or hero powers, but it's not really that good. The one time effect is really it feels more balanced. I think it's fine. I do think giving all of them ages can be really strong, I guess. But I like that Bar counters it. I like that a lot.
Cool. Yeah, I think the next set we might see a couple more things to combat the Aegis mechanic. Just to, I think they realize, especially with VAR being printed, they realize that it can be an issue. So we'll see. Usually, Direwolf Digital is pretty good with, if there's something too powerful, too strong, that even though they don't let us know about it, they do something about it. Yeah. And so, like, out of the blue, it's like, boom, balance changes. Win today. Okay. It's just like, it's a little different than other games that announce it, then a week or so later they implement it. It's kind of like they announce it and it happens that day. So it's good. All right.
Announcements of announcements.
Yeah, no announcements of announcements. They have announcements that it's happening in a couple hours, so that's their announcement.
I love that. I really love that.
It's a good thing, and Man and I had a pretty good discussion about that, what we think. But you can go back and check out episode 3 if you want to about that. So for the ETS top 8 here, I just want to pick out one deck if you guys want to real quick, because we got to move on. I've been playing the FGS mid range by Tony G. And that's a fun deck to check it out. It's very similar to, I would say it's very similar to like an Ikaria deck, but you're playing Tavrod and Sword of the Sky King, which is the 8 mana or 8 power, 8/8 weapon. And so the combo's a little bit with Tavrod to get in. There's some other cards you're playing in there, but it's a mid-rangey deck, and it has lots of weapons in it. So I come from playing Armory back in the day. Just like Pear, Armory was awesome. It was basically like a control deck, and you played weapons, and you just killed everything, and it was cool. Then you like recurred the weapons with like some cards that you just bring back the weapons and put them in your hand. It was a really good deck, and they nerfed that to the ground. Like it was it was a fun deck. And so that's fun. And so Bassoon, is there any decks you see that you like from the top 8? Because this was done after the nerfs went, or the balance changes went live.
My only comment on the top 8 is I played the Infiltrate combo deck on my stream. I assembled the entire combo. I played the cards in the wrong order and lost the game.
What is that combo, by the way? Can you explain that just real quick? Give us like 30 seconds then we got to move on. So,
the combo is put a mirror image in your void somehow. Play an Iceberg Scatter Shot, which has the text, when you play a unit, it deals 1 damage to the enemy player. Then, after your Scatter Shot is on the field, you play West Wind Herald, which has Infiltrate. Play a spell from your void. You get the instant ping from Scatter Shot, and then you fill your board with 2/2 flying Aegis units, dealing 11 damage to your opponent in the process.
Wow.
So I am an idiot and played a West Wind Herald from my hand and then screamed the Scatter Shot from my void and lost a game of Eternal.
Oh.
Oh wow. It's,
Uh,
we've all been there. We've all done things like that.
Yeah.
Yes,
I have
yes.
anyway.
So Pear, is there any decks that you see from the top 8 that look cool? I know you like the Ikaria deck on your plan, and
Yeah.
and
I
so
think that would be the deck. I've seen a lot of people playing like the other tournament decks, but that's really the only one that stuck with me.
cool.
It's got
Yes.
Ikaria. What else do you need?
Yeah, the Ikaria, the first one by Krog, Ikaria Dead, Long Live Ikaria, then by Eric 9099, Rakano Armory. That one's kind of a cool deck too. So those are very similar to the Rakano Vox, but they both have cookbooks, I believe, in it. So
Nice.
so if you want to go check those out, I've been messing around with them, and my luck would have it. I always draw the fire bombs, and and I'm like, well, that did not work out well. But anyway, it's a fun day. It's fun.
Fun story though.
Yes.
I
Okay,
had a
tell me.
game. I had a game where my opponent played Azendel and then he attacked and he was at like how much was he at? He was at 8 and then he attacked and then he drew one of my fire bombs.
Oh,
and
let's
I had a
go.
torch, and I
Oh.
was like, well played.
Where's the
Yes.
clip?
Oh, I
It's
saw
on my
that.
Twitter.
Oh,
On
you need
my-
to go check that. Oh,
And for any discerning from the Void viewers that wanted to see that clip on your Twitter, where should they go, Pear?
My Twitter is at F2K_Pear. And if
Boom.
you scroll down a little bit, you should see it.
Buzz marketing, viral marketing. I'm a wizard. I'm a social
Go.
media wizard. I got us there.
go check that out. I laughed. It was. I think I even retweeted that. I have to go check it out. I think I did. If not, I'm going to retweet it because that was an epic. It was awesome.
It was
And
beautiful. It was great.
It was good. All right, real quick, just to go through the last bit of news, there's a new test tournament happening this weekend. It's called Reunion, I believe. And basically, they're doing 4 runs instead of 3 runs now. It costs 4,000 gold or 300 gems, I believe, to enter it. And basically, you play up to 6 games or 3 losses type thing. So, well, I think it's just 6 games. So basically, you can go 6-0, 5-1, so on and so forth. And you play 4 runs. And if you place in the top 32, it'll be streamed on Sunday starting at, I believe, 12 p.m. Eastern time. But it's not for money or anything. It's just for a bunch of packs and recognition and all that good stuff. So I know, Bassoon, you're gonna probably play in that again, aren't you?
Yes, I will. I will waste a ton of gold trying to get into this top 32. And you'll hear about how mad I am when I don't next week on the From the Void podcast.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna try it out. We'll see how we do. I'm gonna waste 2 and probably do it. But hey, at least if you spend 4,000 gold, you get 4 packs though. So it's kind of like a wash in a sense.
And that's something, and since this is a new player episode, if you've got the gold to do this and you were planning on just buying packs anyway, and you just hate draft and you don't want to be doing draft, play the event, get
Absolutely.
at least neutral value for packs for gold, and then if you win some games, you get more stuff.
Exactly, and you get some experience as well. So with with probably a little bit higher end player, than rank ladder, it could be. I don't know. I think it's about close to the same when you can't really. We may have to have a talk about the tournament system because I think it's a good thing, but I think that it's sometimes you're at what's the word here? It can be polarizing because of decks you face and everything. But Pear, are you gonna try it out? Or you think you're gonna try doing a run just how you do, or are you trying to save your gold for the next set? What do you think about the
event? I already started the event, man. I did that like immediately. I drafted it and I made a deck and I played a few games, but I didn't do very well. I'm not very good at deck building in this game yet.
Oh, are you talking about League? Okay, that's League that happens. Talking about that, or this is the in-game tournament system that Direwolf is doing, and so yeah, it costs 4,000 gold, and if you go 6-0, that's really good. You should keep playing. If you go 1-5, then probably you shouldn't play anymore. And
I'll definitely
so,
try it out.
yes, for me, I went pretty good my first run. My second one, I went 3-3, and I was like, do that anymore. But it's you get It's 4,000 gold. You get 4 packs and you get experience, so it's not bad. All right. Do we want to, Bassoon? Do we want to go into listener questions from Twitter, or do we want to save that for next week?
Let's zoom through these.
Okay, zoom through these. Okay,
yeah.
I'll keep us on track. Okay, because I'm gonna give each of you. I'll be like the moderator here, shoot them out, and we'll just each give our quick thoughts on this. All right. I on Twitter I asked if anyone has any new player questions for us. This is the voicemail section. We might come up with a better name. So soon we might have to come out. I don't know what we're going to call this, but I just call it the voicemail for right now. So.
Voicemail is kind of sick, actually.
Okay. I was trying to think. Okay, that's I don't know. Okay, the first one is from Imperfect Dude. Okay, he's like, if it's intended the game for new players, he's like, I suggest explaining how to understand fast spells, especially in draft. And a quick, just like, because if you're coming from Hearthstone, whatever, or, there's different games, Shadowverse and other things, like fast spells are a little bit different in this game. Okay, Bassoon, take us away real quick.
I think you misunderstood the question. He said fast spell tells. So
I'm sorry. I totally skipped over the word.
This person wants to know when they're holding up a fast spell.
Like bluffing.
Basically, here you go. Here's the whole thing. If they have power open and they make an attack, and you think that's a terrible attack, what an idiot. The odds are probably that they're not quite as stupid as you think they are, and it's a fast spell. So then the more you play the game, the more you know exactly what spells you're playing around. But most of the time, if somebody does something that you think is stupid, they probably just have a fast spell.
Yeah, yes. Be careful.
I think we all agree with that. If someone's attacking, like you said, and it's a bad attack, or especially in draft, because there's a lot off meta, fast spell cards people could play in draft and everything. Yeah, especially in draft. I think it's a little bit more pronounced in draft, about fast spells. So if you want any more questions, please come to our Discord and ask us that question, and we'll be more than happy to go more in depth about it with you, man. All right, Lich King Beater on Twitter. That name is hilarious, at Lich King Beater. Okay. Let's come back to this one. We'll save this one kind of for last, because this one is, I think, a good explanation. We'll come back to you, man. Okay. All right. At Matt at Arms, a good friend of the show, he asked, where should my first $20 go? Pear, where do you think, if you had $20, what's the first thing you would do in Eternal? Go for it. Campaigns.
I would go for, like I said, into Shadows and, what was the other one? The Bounty one?
Jack's Bounty. Yeah. Well, you don't even need to buy Jack's Bounty. It's free right now.
Yes, that's right. There's going to be a link. We'll talk about that in a second before we end the show. That's a little okay. But go ahead. Yes, Jack.
Yeah. I would just say look at the campaigns. The campaigns, I think, are really good value, and they have really good cards. I'm blanking on the name of the other one, not the Bounty.
Tell me what card it has.
The Bandit dude.
Which is that Jack's Bounty or who is travel? Is that who?
Oh yeah, the Traveler. Yeah, the Traveler.
The Traveler one. Yeah. The one.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, that's the one before Jack's Bounty. I can't remember the name. Sorry about that. Probably have it up here. All right, let's go on to anything else to add to that soon. Just anything. I think that's a pretty good. If you're gonna spend money, use campaigns. Just guaranteed cards. You know what you're getting.
Yeah, I would say hold on to that $20 until you know what deck you want to be playing first.
Yeah.
And then that can inform your decisions as to which campaigns you are going to buy. The only thing that is really cost effective to spend money on in this game are the campaigns. You might as well, if you've got the money to spend them on campaigns, grind for everything else.
Yeah, it's the tale of Horus Traver. Or Horus Traver, or whatever. I don't know, but it's a
Horus. That's a real name, dude. People are named Horus in the world.
Okay, when I think, this game has messed me up. Huru, Rakano.
Huru's Traver.
Okay, yes, that's what I'm gonna call him. Okay. Oh man, I stayed up way too late last night. All right, let's go. Next thing, Spartacus Fett. At Spartacus Fett, he's an awesome guy. He does a lot of memes with things on Twitter. So if you wanna laugh,
that guy. Yeah.
Follow at Spartacus Fett. Anyway. He says, when is the right time to not attack? When is the right time to not attack? And so, Bassoon, Pear, what do you think? Bassoon, we'll go with you real quick.
When attacking would lose you the game. I'm not really sure. Yeah, I think people are a little too conservative about not attacking. The real question is, you should be asking yourself every turn, can I get away with attacking?
Yeah.
Pear, what do you think? Is that about the same thing?
No, I absolutely agree. I mean, obviously, if the opponent can make better trades, like kill off your minion without killing off his, don't attack. But yeah, I agree with everything Bassoon said.
Cool. And so, Avanti's okay. Never mind. If you want to be in chat, like Avanti's making fun of me right now. He's retweeting stuff that. Oh man. Okay. Great. I'm gonna be a meme on Twitter now. Just watch. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
At Sergi asks, as a new player doing the Rakano aggro thing, what are the common AoE I should be looking out for? All right, Pear, we're gonna go for you. When you were starting the game, what did you learn about AoE, board wipes? What things were you looking out for?
Harsh Roll and Hailstorm. Hailstorm, the first time I saw that card, I was like, this can't be a thing. Like, it's just my board. Yeah, that one. And then the End of Days, right? That's another one.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's just a ton of single target removal. Like, just so much single target removal.
Bassoon, you want to add anything to that? Those are just look for the colors. That when they get that double blue with 3 power, watch out for Hailstorm. And
Yeah. It's tough when you're playing Rakano aggro. It's tough. You have to not play too hard into Hailstorm, but also force them to use the Hailstorm.
Mm-hmm.
So try and find that balance when you play.
Yeah. And also, I like just for another one. It's not as played as much, but I catch people off guard. It's straight into Shadow, which gives each unit -4 health. And
that card is so close to being good. It's so frustrating. It's so close to being an incredible card, and it's just not.
If it was -5 health, it would be see a lot of play. But it's so close. It's a good.
How much mana is that?
It costs 5 power. Okay. 5 power, 2 shadow influence. Each unit gets -4 health. It's so close to being a really, really good card. All right, moving on. Sergi also asked, he's basically said, read a tip about not playing new minions until after I attack to reduce information unless they provide a buff, with weapons and stuff. Is that a good rule of thumb? I would say for the most part, yes. Like, attack first, so you can be, especially if you're playing Rakano or something, because there's buffs in it. Bluffing that you have something, and then play minions right until you end the turn is probably the best thing. Anything to add, both of you?
Counterpoint. Sometimes you want to play units if your deck does have buffs. You want to play units before you attack to hide the fact whether or not you do have the buff. If you're not planning, if you're not in a situation where you're probably not going to use the Finest Hour or the Stand Together this turn, play a unit first so you don't have the power open to play it, and leave them in the dark as to whether or not you have it in your hand. Does that make sense?
Yes, that's so basically saying if their board is clear, they have nothing, it's pretty much okay to play a minion sometimes before you attack, just to hide that you might have a buff for the next turn, that type of thing, or just
hiding the pause, I think, is a somewhat skill testing part of the game.
Yes, hiding the pause. There you go. Anything, Pear, with that? Have you learned? Nope. Okay. All right. Moving on. Earthshatter HS on Twitter asks, "Do the colors have class identity like in Magic? And if so, what are they?" This is a question we should probably, I think, talk about at a different time, because this could be a good whole discussion with someone right here about the color identity of the games and where they're trying to go with it, because they do. It's kind of like Magic in a sense, or a class identity. What do you think, Bassoon?
Let me give you a quick rundown.
Okay.
Fire is aggro, burn. Time is large, overstated, undercosted units. Primal are spells / card draw. Shadow is single target removal / some amount of lifesteal. And Justice is bullshit.
Oh man.
That's my assessment of the situation.
That's it. And there's color combinations that are trying to do things. Thank you, Bassoon, for that. We'll move on. At Ringo_OSU, a friend of the show, he asked, "When is Mal'Ganis coming to Eternal?" And I just laughed and someone said he's too slow or something.
He actually already is in the game. His name is Roland in the game.
Yes, that's good. Mal'Ganis is Roland. So if you like Mal'Ganis, craft Roland. All right, moving on. At that resolves asks, he's like, he was making kind of fun of us this week. He's a content creator for Eternal. He's like, why haven't you had the incredibly smart and thin that resolves on yet? Sounds like a savage misplay, which that resolves is actually an expert on, referring to a new player. So I'm like, oh man, I'm like calling ourselves that resolves. My answer to that is like, we will have you on sometime, but I want to talk about a different aspect of the game with you. So Bassoon and I will possibly soon reach out, and because we've been lining up guests and we want to pair on, and she's awesome. So you have to wait your turn, man. So
hit up that resolves for the spicy brews, though. They aren't all good, but they are all weird.
Yes, he is an awesome content creator. He does streaming, so go check him out. Player experience a lot. He did actually a Twitch stream talking about the new player experience. So go back on his VODs on Twitch and go check that out. But dude, we'll have you on soon. You're an awesome person. So there's my answer on that. Avantes just asked, he's like, does anyone else sing Red Rover before pressing the A button to attack all?
No, because I'm not a dweeb. What are you doing?
Oh man. It's like now, okay, Avantes, I've never. Oh man, you just messed me up all day, man. Okay, that's what I'm gonna say, because I'm playing a red deck and I'm okay. We're just moving on. Okay, we'll just move on. Those are the questions. If you have any questions, please tweet at us, and we will like this right now. We will talk about them on the show. Oh, one last thing. We said we would go back to Imperfect Dude's question. Not Imperfect Dudes. I'm sorry. Lynch King Beater, because about quick draw versus deadly, which is poison, about the interactions between that. Bassoon, real quick, I'm gonna let you take this, then we can close out the show. But
all right, I don't want to. Yeah. I don't want to read card text to anybody who I assume has the ability to read. But if you're a new player, there are some weird keyword interactions that maybe you wouldn't realize happen. So if a unit has deadly and overwhelm and it gets blocked, you will actually only do 1 damage to the unit to kill it, and then the rest of the damage will happen to your opponent's face as overwhelm damage, which is pretty sick. Think of like Champion of Chaos. If you have quick draw and deadly, think Ashara, the 6/3 quick draw deadly. Your opponent will actually have to block with enough units to where they don't have any attack anymore. So your quick draw plus deadly will actually only need to do 1 damage to each unit. So you would actually have to block Ashara with 7 units to kill it. Warcries stack, so if something has Warcry and then you give it another Warcry, it actually has Warcry 2 and it'll give your units +2/+2. And last one, if your Relic Weapon has a keyword, your spells will actually also have that keyword. So if you have the last word equipped, a Relic Weapon with the keyword deadly, your spells will actually all have deadly, your damage dealing spells.
What?
Yeah, that's true.
That's cool.
Pear's like, I haven't tried this out now.
You can learn all this and more by doing the puzzles.
Yes, the puzzles help you. Yes, the new player experience. Do the puzzles. They help you with keywords and everything else in the game. All right, let's move on real quick. Closing of the show. All right, Pear, do you have any projects? Talk about your stream. Any future projects? What's going on? Talk about your team. All that stuff. Go ahead.
So many things.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to TwitchCon next week, so I want to meet everybody there. I don't know if I'm doing any new projects or anything. It's kind of just I'm really just focusing on streaming. But it's been like streaming has been my passion ever since I started, and I really want to make it work. Let's see, what else did you say? Future projects. Yeah, no, just stream, making the stream way better.
All right. With that, where can they find your stream at?
Twitch.tv, Pear _HS, Twitch.tv says Pear _HS. You can find me there every day except for Wednesday and Sundays. and I stream starting at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Well, Eastern Daylight Time. I'm not sure which now, but
Yeah,
you can find me there.
I was getting confused. Yes. And
So you
then,
should be online an hour from the end of this podcast, correct?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
everybody. You know where to
There you
go.
Streaming Eternal.
sweet. And then also on Twitch, where can they find you? If they ask you anything, follow you, all that good stuff.
On Twitch or
Yes.
Twitter?
I'm sorry. Twitter. I haven't fully. Okay. Twitter. Dude, I'm struggling today. Okay,
No,
Twitter.
I understand,
Yes.
man. It is F2K_Pear. And if you guys want to check out my team, they're Fade to Karma. You can go to f2k.gg for any, like, to find out all the streamers and see any merch and stuff like that. They're a really cool team. They support me all the way. I love them. I love them since before I was playing Hearthstone, honestly. But yeah, so huge shout out to them. And yeah, follow me on Twitter and Twitch. I'd love to see you.
Cool. One last thing. Any other shout outs? I'm going to give you that opportunity. If not, we'll go on to Bassoon.
Any other shout outs? I can't think of any, but shout out to you guys. You guys.
I'm blushing.
Oh man.
I love the show, and Avanti's, obviously. I know he put it together and basically helped me get on here. So
Whatever, dude. Forget that guy.
Yeah, he's the guy behind the curtain. Don't pay attention to him. Anyway, but no, it was awesome having you on as well. So, Bassoon, what about you? Where can they find you? You know the drill. Twitch, Twitter.
Follow me on Twitter at Human Venipede. It's the most hilarious tag on Twitter, and no one can tell me otherwise. Follow my Twitch at twitch.tv/bassoonbuffoon. Sub for the low price of 1 Jeff Bezos token, and you will have access to the most handsome emote on Twitch, Basu Punt. I stream irregularly, but semi-frequently. Thank you to Patrick for producing. Thank you to all the idiots in my Discord for watching, and I love you all very much.
Cool. You can find me at WhatTheDeckHS on Twitter. That is where I talk mostly about digital card games or trading card games. My personal Twitter, you can find it from there, _Navalus. Just look for Navalus and you'll find me on Twitter. Twitch, I do have a Twitch account, but I have not started streaming yet. When I do start streaming, which will hopefully be soon-ish, I'm working on a few things. I will let you know. And for shout-outs, shout out to Pear for coming on and hanging out with us and laughing with us and putting up with us. And so thank you. We definitely will have you on again because it was our pleasure to just to chat with you. Thank you. Also, shout out to Bassoon for putting up with me every week. And so you're an awesome dude. I appreciate it. And thank you to Avanti's or Patrick. He's our producer. So thank you for them. Also, shout out to EC MMO Gamers for producing this show. They're the power behind this. We are also the sister cast of the Hero Power podcast. So if you like Hearthstone and you wanna listen to an awesome Hearthstone podcast, go check them out. Great dudes on there. We also have a Discord.
Dudes on there. Great. I don't know. Great is a subjective word.
Okay. So I had to mess with Zeroshio. He's a good friend of mine. And so anyway, love you, man. We also have a Discord now. It's up and running. You can go check that out. The Discord link will be in the show notes, and we'll also tweet it out. And also, our FromTheVoidCast.com is up and running, our website, so you can catch all the past episodes on there. We're also on Podbean, iTunes, all the places you can find the podcast. So if you please subscribe, because that will help us out just to be up there, so you can see. And also, we had a review. So we're going to be reviews next week. So please leave a review for the podcast, and we'll read them next week. Okay, we have one right now. We'll save that till next week. But if you leave a review, we'll read on show, whether good or bad. We will read it. That is our promise. Did I miss anything, Bassoon? Is that it?
I think bad reviews are funnier. So as long as you leave us 5 stars but review us really poorly, I think that would be really funny.
Yes, you can do that. You can make fun of us. We'll read. If you make fun of us, you can make fun of me for mispronouncing stuff, and I will read it. All right, and we will do that. So, but thank you for joining us on Twitch chat. All you that are on there, shout out to you all. But this has been From the Void podcast. Remember, next week we'll be back here on Thursday. You can find us From the Void.
Go.
And that'll be it. Boom. All right, we are now moving into our play session. So, Pear, I believe you're going to be playing the game, spectating, and so I will let you get that. So, Twitch chat, stick around because we're going to have some fun with the Cookbook Valkyrie deck.
Oh wait, you're going to play Pear?
I thought you guys were, but I guess I.
Oh yeah, we
okay.
talked about that. And so
that's fine.
you don't have to click any buttons. Think about that, Bassoon. You can just sit there and just like.
Well, I have to click one button because I'm not friends with Pear.
Oh,
What's
I'm
your-
sorry.
Oh,
It should be in our
the
chat here.
Discord, Yeah.
I can't
You
believe
scroll
you guys
up
are
a
gonna make
little
me
bit.
scroll. Oh my god, I've got a trackpad.
I am
I'm
I'm
scrolling.
copying and pasting. Okay, here we go. There.
I found. I don't need you. Wait, there's 2 here. What? Which one do I use?
I posted the right one just now. Scroll
Oh
back
my
down.
The second one is the right one.
What a
If there's ever
disaster.
2, the second one is a correction. Like.
Oh my god.
Well, what's
All
the first one? What is that?
The
Just like a
first one
type?
was what I thought it was. Okay. I got some of the letters or the numbers right.
You got most of them right. That is great. That is great.
All right,
Oh, man.
we're just gonna play like 3 to 5 games.
Yes, like anywhere from
Can- Can I point out, Zeroshio said don't forget to use your harsh rule, and I feel like you guys need to start saying that. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Every time it comes to turn 5, you have a harsh rule. Forget to use a harsh rule.
I mean, clear board, you just harsh rule that. You just
Yeah.
no questions and everything.
Clear your board as well. Just like if there's no enemy minions, play harsh rule. Clear your board.
It's to assert dominance.
Yes.
I'm ready whenever you guys are.
All right, go ahead and start playing. Von
Doing
Lee's video.
psychological damage to your opponent is a severely underrated.
Exactly.
Keep it like,
Just
why did she kill all her minions? What is she doing?
Can you just kill him with? I don't even know how you kill him after that.
next level play. Next level
Yeah.
play right there.
You get in their mind. It's like what? Okay. I don't know if y'all are spectating.
No, because you have spectators turned off.
Yeah.
What? Oh no! Oh no! We can't do it. Okay.
Rip. It's in privacy, right? Oh dear God, no, it's not. There. Okay, here we go.
She's learning about the settings of the games as well. Like
I really am.
The true new player experience.
The true one. No, because people would spectate me, and then I'd just be like, I don't know what I'm doing half the time. And they'd be like, why'd you do this? And I'm like, I'm new.
Isn't Twitch like the most spectator mode of all?
Pretty much. But it's different because I don't know. I have the same problem in Hearthstone. I don't like people spectating me in Hearthstone either. I don't know why I'm like this.
if I ever spectate you, I will only compliment your good plays and tell you to use harsh rule. So there you go.
Thanks. That's all.
Pear,
I
what
need.
do you do when you take breaks on your stream?
I spectate other people, but
That's what so I call it babysitting, and I'll just pull somebody up in my chat and just have them and spectate them while I go pee or whatever.
yeah,
Yes.
But
makes sense.
if somebody doesn't have spectators turned on when I try and get them to babysit my chat, though, I remove them from my friends list. I only keep babysitters on my friends list.
Well, don't remove me. I'll make sure to to let you spectate me.
All right, what are we gonna do here? Torch it or privilege of rank? What do you think?
I was gonna go for the market, but you
Oh,
probably
you can do market. I forgot.
probably
Yeah,
should.
yeah.
Privilege, I
Let's
guess.
do it. What do you think? Your expertise opinion.
There's
What would you
one-
do
I
here?
just started last month.
I'm just curious what Bassoon, because I have,
Put the
No,
Akaria in your market and get the Razan out of your market.
Okay. That's what we're gonna do. I don't like the idea of getting rid of Ikaria, but I understand.
You planning on hitting 8 mana this game?
I wanted to, but it doesn't look possible. Yeah, no. What do you guys
That's
think
fine.
about torching that? Because I was thinking about it, but I was like, well.
The other play you had
Right.
was playing the privilege of rank.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my god,
Ooh.
what a play.
What do we think here?
What are you doing, Pear?
This turn looks like a privilege and to torch that just to get rid of the war cry, but I don't know if I like it.
What you do is you privilege here, play the power, and then hold torch up till their turn. You don't care about the war cries. You have a harsh rule in hand.
Well, that's true. I do agree with that. See, this is a learning experience for me.
No, trust me, we've all been there. We've all been like, huh. So
you would torch here, or you
No.
would just wait?
hold the torch. He's gonna play a Vadius this turn, and you're gonna torch that to break the Aegis. Oh, perfect! That's so good! Oh my god! Now you torch to break the Aegis on this idiot, and harsh roll everything.
Oh boy. This
there you go. There you go.
Feels
Okay.
unfair to my opponent.
All right, Pear,
just-
don't forget the harsh roll. There you go.
He got so excited.
Oh man, we get excited for these things, like make our
look at
opponents
that.
suffer.
Gee, he is suffering, isn't he? So, would you guys melee or lifesteal boy?
You seek red and then play the Emily.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, because you kind of want to save the Rizon if you
Can't get
Kill
the
it
damage
and
on
just-
a minion.
Yeah.
I feel that. And I just
Well, and they're gonna permafrost the Emily anyway, and you would rather have the Emily permafrosted than the
other
Rizan.
two, for sure.
Exactly. You always assume they have permafrost when you're playing Skycrack. That's
Oh.
it's just
Oh,
oh.
can't lose.
Okay, this is Rizon. Just play Rizon and kill it, right? And play both.
Just, yeah, that's what I was gonna
You
do.
put pressure.
Yeah, vanquish your own Emily to assert dominance.
She just doesn't lose the game. Nice.
Yeah, game's over. Boom.
Easy peasy.
Turn
Harsh
7
roll.
win, people. There
GG.
you go.
See, harsh
There
roll
you
on 5 every single game. It doesn't. Just don't think about it.
Like, I honestly, I don't know why the went that wide when harsh roll and
It's
I don't
very obvious, right? Like,
you
poor
were.
guy.
That was good.
That was a quick game. I like those games. Are we queuing another one?
Yeah, let's do
Yeah, go.
3.
Let's go.
Let's go 3-0. Here we go. Here we go.
3-0. Let's go.
We've never gone 3-0 on the show. I went 2-1 last week with the mono. Yeah.
Hey, we went 1-0 with Skycrag Ramp once.
That is true. Yes.
uh,
And then we quit while we were ahead.
Exactly.
I kind of like keeping it, but this hand is like really weird. So
It's good against everything that isn't aggro.
yeah.
Well, you
I'd keep if I were you, but I'm not you.
So I'm gonna take that.
I would keep as well because
I think it was just a decent hand. Usually, when you find a decent hand, you just stick with it. Well,
like with the mulligan system, sometimes you just like, I can get better. Then it's like, nope, that was much better. Ooh, are we playing Mono Shadow? Ooh, we have. Too bad we don't have it. Okay. We have the Bullet Shaper Privilege and Terrain combo, but we just need a minion to.
Yeah, we need something to do with it.
I'm pretty sure this is Mono Shadow.
So that means a lot of removal, but no fireball or torch. Fireball.
I think so. The line is you can play Bullet Shaper and get the Privilege of Rank off for free this turn, and that's fine. Or Because it's probably going to get suffocated, right?
Yeah.
Or you can
Oh,
just
yeah.
hold the privilege of rank, and you don't really have anything you need to do with the mana next turn with it, though. So I think maybe just getting the privilege of rank value right now is worth it.
Or you can do
Like-
privilege of rank, or you can do bullet shaper, privilege of rank next turn into the merchant if you wanted to grab
What?
something.
You can already play the merchant next turn.
Oh, I guess so. It looked cooler on stream.
Oh my god.
I'm just
Okay.
gonna end. I don't want the bullet shaper dead.
What? Why?
She likes my idea. It's cool.
What?
Like, you know,
You did nothing.
Maybe it's just to tilt you.
I am tilted.
this is next level play here. Okay, we can.
You could have had a bullet
Torch
shaper
that.
and the torch live. Yeah, torch it.
Dead.
Oh my god.
You're tilting Bassoon off the.
I know.
This
Okay,
this is good entertainment right here.
All right, what-
Do this.
Okay.
I feel so judged right now.
Okay. Okay, cool. What's the play now?
I just
This-
want to go to the market.
This seems like going to professor mode right now. What are you gonna do now? Oh man.
I do just want to market thing. But I
Okay,
don't
but
know
what
if
are
I
you
wanna go back.
getting?
I think I want to get the cookbook, but
I like that play.
you like.
Oh, get the cookbook. Get the cookbook.
What should I throw back though? I don't know
Put that-
what Mono Shadow has.
Put that waystone away.
Okay.
You could have played the crest this turn, so you can put the Grenadin from the waystone away. Next turn, if you wanted to hold the merchant another turn, but I think this plays fine. Holy shit! The cross.
Yes.
Well, no, I don't.
I think you just play what cookbook and the crest,
The crest. The scout.
or play crest first if you want to. I don't know. It doesn't really. I think that.
Merchant. I mean, I could do a merchant. I think that's fine.
Do we have main deck Razans in this deck?
Yes.
Zoroshio said in chat that Pear loves the market. She's all about that shopping spree.
I do love shopping. I love the market feature though. Like whenever I first saw that, it blew my mind because it's like so different from anything Hearthstone does.
And then Zoroshio also said official Pear hates people. Like what? Zoroshio.
Official. Just gonna take 5 damage. It's fine. Ooh.
Then
Yeah, I think we're just gonna harsh roll this board. Don't.
SD Sakuragi on Twitch said HS Hearthstone frames on Eternal Gameplay. What manner of blasphemy is this?
Okay, so here's the thing, Pear, about if you were planning to harsh roll anyway.
Mm-hmm.
This deck runs Dark Returns, so you might as well have not let the Ikaria grow, sacrificing one of your units if you were planning to harsh roll anyway. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
That was a yes and a question mark.
Okay.
Sorry, no. I don't know the meta, man. Do I even attack? I don't think
No,
I attack.
you will do negative damage if you attack.
I think this is the Mono Shadow deck, like Vonti said from the show last week. I'm pretty sure.
Trendsetters.
Yes, look at this. Look at this. Look at what we've done.
This is all because of you guys.
Yes, between us and Eternal War Cry. Look.
Oh!
Oh, another one.
Impossible.
So, I mean, I do have Boar in the market, but
Just put the Justice Sigil away and get your Razan out.
okay.
You'll be doing more damage than he is doing with the Razan.
Okay.
And plus, you're
I'm gonna
Okay.
draw with this. I should have probably done that first, right?
Yeah, you already knew what you were doing this turn anyway. It doesn't matter.
On the order, so.
I don't think there's anything really you would draw from your deck that would have changed your turn.
Alright.
Yeah, I think.
Here. I mean, I don't think I block because I don't have the mana to though.
Nah, just let it happen. I mean, just take the damage. You're gonna be gaining life starting next turn anyway.
The good thing.
I have like a ton of removal for this thing.
Well, the whole thing also with the Mono Shadow deck is that they don't have very good ways to kill multicolored or multi-influence creatures.
This is gonna get in cold-blooded, maybe.
Oh, true. No, they haven't. No, I totally forgot about the card. Yes. But I mean, for like cheap removal, I don't know.
You can maybe go get Boar now. You can put your merchant. You can play your merchant, put the Bullet Shaper away, and get Boar.
I like that play a lot.
Okay.
I like that play a lot.
Let me just bore his thing. Do we ever like attack in and try to torch it?
I think a double block is better than spending a torch doing that.
Okay.
Agreed.
And then if they annihilate one of them after the block, then you can just blow the torch.
Okay.
Holy moly! You're done.
Oh, no.
Well,
You're done, dude.
you're just like.
Oh, there's nothing you can do. You just have to lose these two ladies.
Yes.
That's
It just
so
has-
painful.
Sometimes eternal hurts.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Well
Okay.
played by him or her or anything. I think you. Well, yeah, definitely pay the captain and pump it to get a sigil.
Yeah. Because like the man is so awkward.
Yeah, and next turn if you need to, you can resign and twin too. So that's 6 damage.
Okay. You guys seem to be more conservative with the torch than I ever am, so maybe I need to learn. I want to block here, I think. No, wait, do I?
No.
I think.
Really?
Well, the thing is, if you block, that might get another. So I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
it depends.
You want them to use whatever removal is in their hand on the Sicaria, so your Razan doesn't die.
Mm-hmm.
That's true too. Ooh.
That's fine.
Yeah. I think we'll be okay.
It hurts a little, but it's fine.
Just a little. Okay, I mean, obviously I like the Bowmaster. I guess just the 5-1?
Well, what you could do, you can attack first, and then if he blocks, then you get to kill the Panther.
Oh, okay. With the torch and okay.
Yeah, and if he doesn't block, then
He's
you...
blocking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, cool.
All right.
So now you can kill the
Yeah.
cat.
Let's see what happens here now. Does he have in cold blood?
They always have in. Holy
No,
crap! What?
Wow.
Yeah, that creates the Devouring
Weren't
Shadow.
you guys just no? That's not the right one. Okay.
Yeah, Devouring Shadow. They usually split between blood or.
Okay, so that's like the non-legendary version of Ingol's Blood, I guess.
Oh, look at that.
Perfect.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I wonder what they got out of their market.
In their market, they have Azendel's Gift. They have the Stray into Shadows. If they're playing the stock list. Stray into
Holy
Shadows.
moly!
Oh yeah, and that card too.
Hmm.
We're all like,
Wow.
You can just
I mean-
play Baby Icaria, or you could draw a card with the cookbook and then play Baby Icaria,
Mhm.
or
Either
you
way.
could play Baby Icaria and activate her, and so you can get the Icaria out of your market next turn.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. You
I
think you should activate cookbook first?
You
Let's
think
see what we
so?
draw.
I like cookbook first. I think.
Yeah.
Do it.
Draw it. Draw
We need
the card.
undepleted power.
Mhm.
Oh,
That's
that's
okay.
good for the merchant next turn.
I'm gonna attack first. I guess we're just gonna baby Icaria. Throw her out
Yeah.
there, right?
Yeah. This,
We need it. Should we block?
this is another tactic.
Yeah, I don't like blocking, but I'm also scared not to.
Unless they have like tactic rapid shot or double rapid shot really sucks.
I mean, like,
You only lose to triple rapid shot, basically.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's just. I say we let him attack.
you say we let him?
What do
Do
you
it.
think?
Fortune favors the bold.
Okay.
Not always. So if we get a power, would we go to the market for Icaria, or is
Yeah.
it just better to get the...
If we weren't like fairly certain they had an in cold blood in their hand, there was an argument for getting the Deep Forge plate. But
This
Sasori,
person-
what's up, man?
just thinking real hard about it.
Oh man,
It's fine.
I'm never more toxic on my stream than when people rope me.
I mean, we have kind of roped this guy a bit.
That's
just-
fair. That's fair.
He may be like tilted or something.
He's like, what is going on? Who is this Pear person, really? You know, like.
Why is she roping me?
It's a literal pair. Holy!
What even is that?
And we have a silence. So don't we
Really?
just play like we silence the 3/6 and then play the merchant to get rid of Icaria? I mean, what do you do? Just kind of like do all that, or
That's literally what I was gonna do.
Go for
I
it.
think we need to
because
hope
you're putting
for-
multiple minions on the board, you can attack with the 5/4. Well, you can attack with the 5/4/3 because you're going to gain life, and you have 3 blockers up next turn. I think that's
Yeah,
the best.
I like that. So we're gonna silence first. Attack. And then merchant.
Beautiful.
Building that board because, like I said, the only thing that's what they got. That 3/6 is what they got from their market. So we know they didn't grab.
reason.
I don't think I block. Wait, maybe.
Well, they're gonna do 8 + 5. You know, so they're gonna do 13 damage. So because they have the tactics.
So, but block with Icaria.
Don't block with Icaria. You need the power from Icaria.
Double
Just
block.
just chump the 6/4 with something.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with the merchant.
yeah. Do the merchant and bulk. Oh, well, I'm sorry, the enforcer. Block that to force them.
Oh, no, take 3.
Just take 3. Okay.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be
Right?
5, but yeah. Yeah.
Block with the merchant to 6/4.
Yeah.
Our tactic from here on out is to rope this guy every turn, or this person guy.
This might be a 2 gamer here at the end of the From the Void podcast.
Exciting stuff.
Oh man, great stuff.
I love the hero they gave away from the Twitch Prime thing. I think that was so cool.
The what?
The hero, like the hero or the portrait. I'm sorry.
Oh,
The
yeah,
portrait
yeah,
our
yeah.
opponent has. Okay, here's another baby girl.
Okay.
I think we just do the ultimate. You know, we can like. We can actually do both of the ultimates. That seems like a waste. Though.
You can't.
No, right, because it's depleted.
But you do the ultimate this turn because next turn you want to play a Karya,
Mm-hmm.
grown up. So you should ult, attack, play a Karya.
Okay. I'm gonna attack with all of them.
Ooh, no. Can't hold back the enforcer.
Hold back the enforcer.
Yeah.
I love flying. Like, Hearthstone has nothing similar to flying, and I really love it in this game.
Yeah, it's less important for Hearthstone to have something like flying because you can like direct attacks anyway, right? Like there aren't blockers, so you don't need flying.
Very true. So 9.
I don't know why they're not swinging with the 2/3s.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I guess we have to
I would-
check back to the 3.
Yeah, I would just chump the 6/4 with the 3/3 again. Actually, 9. Okay, we actually just missed lethal, and I apologize.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, if we had kept the 3/3 up, we would have lethal this turn.
Oh, you're right.
That was my fault.
Oh my god, 2 though.
Sorry, I was trying to post a link to the model shadow deck we're playing against, and I was trusting Bassoon with this.
I was doing mental math based on them having A spaced, and I forgot that they didn't A space.
They did not A space. I mean, I could have seen that just as easily.
We didn't run over.
No, I'm
we got out rovered.
I mean, it's still fine. It's fine, right?
It's fine.
Fine.
I'm getting so much crap in my Discord now.
Oh boy.
What did they just do?
Your units get quick draw this turn? Like
They played at end of turn like a dweeb.
what?
Why?
Just block the 6/4 with your tiniest unit and tell them to go to combat.
Like,
Holy moly! We just won a game of Eternal, friends.
What?
Duh.
Oh no! Oh my
Their hand was
word!
empty. I forgot that they're. Oh.
What a way to lose! Oh my word!
my god, we missed lethal. Well,
All right, I take full responsibility for that one.
no, that's good, man.
That's why they did it end of turn.
Well, I mean, I didn't even know that card was a thing. What did it do? Like double damage if their hand was empty?
Yeah, if your hand is it's a power, and at 7 power it transmutes into a deal 4 damage card, but it has double damage if your hand is empty.
Okay.
Cool. Well, that game lasted long enough that I think it counts for 2.
Oh, really? Get into another one.
Oh, if you're already in it, then.
Well, let's see here. I am looked for that. Yeah, I'm gonna post the that shadow deck we played against. I got look it up on the Eternal War card real quick. But that was a fun series.
Was there a way for us to stay above 8? I don't think there was.
No,
We
would have to. We would have to block with 2 units. We should have blocked another unit.
Mm-hmm.
No, that still wouldn't have put us above 8. We died from 2, I think, right?
We should have blocked with
Yeah,
all
we
units because we already know the. Because that's what he was holding on to.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah, I could have definitely won.
because I totally forgot that's yeah.
All right. We cost Pear some.
No, you guys won a game and then we lost.
Good. All right. Hang out with the From the Void podcast. You will be doing exactly as well as you did before you hung out with us.
Hey, it's better than being worse, I guess.
I'm being ravaged on my Discord. I can't handle it.
I'm sorry. I feel like it's my fault.
What? No, I did it.
No. Here we go. Hang on. I found the deck we played against. I'm gonna give it to Avantes to post in this. I posted the wrong one. I'm sorry. There we go. All right,
Wait,
Avantes. That is the right list. That's the one. That's the list we played against.
No, that list didn't run the quick draw card, did it? Trigger happy?
Well, he might have put that in his market. I don't know.
I think that was some OG original dank spice.
Yeah, because the one we're looking at here was pretty much because he was playing the veteran mercenary, and this one runs 4 of those. And he had Umbra and Reaper. Let's see, what else do he have? Yeah, the Devouring Shadow and everything. Yeah, he wasn't playing. He must have been playing like a spicy tech there.
You can actually play Bullet Shaper and a Millie this turn, which is kind of dank.
That's what I was looking at. I don't. Yeah. Just better.
Oh, we're doing a third game? Okay, I'm sorry. I was.
We're in there.
I'm sorry. I was getting the link to the mono shot. That would be happy. All right.
Listen, I know you don't stream yet, but you need to know one thing about Twitch chat, and it's that they'll never be happy. So stop trying.
Okay.
For sure. I'm gonna block. Do I block?
Yeah, you block.
I'm gonna block the. No. Whoa! My cat was just like, I'm gonna come up here and mess all your stuff up.
Oh man.
Holy.
Rampage.
All right, that's fine.
Okay.
No double rampage is amazing.
We just play Rizon, right?
Right.
Kill that, gain life. We gain
You
life?
don't get
No,
life.
no.
We don't have
no.
spells.
Yeah, we don't have any
No,
spells.
I just.
Oh man, I only get to play a 6/5 and a torch at the same time. What a bummer.
Such horrible value. Oh,
Well.
man. Oh man.
I don't know what he's playing, but
Oh,
it's about
2
to
and 1.
start.
Look at that right there.
2 and 1.
Doesn't matter what they're playing because they're not playing.
Immediately
Exactly.
sealed the deal. So,
Oh,
but I believe that'll be it for our stream there. So we hope you enjoy the games. This was quite hilarious in a lot of aspects, and
beautiful. Could have went
was
3
fun.
and 3 then, or 3 and 0.
3-0.
Very
man.
confidently missing lethal and then losing the game the next turn after I declared that we won even though we missed lethal is like the most buffoon thing that's ever happened. That's like a microcosm of my entire freaking life.
Oh man, it was awesome, man. It was awesome. Hey, Pear, it was
It was a lot of
great.
fun.
It was. Oh man, that we had that moment last week when I tried to use hold up to make them discard 2 cards, and with Aegis, and then we did this. So, I mean, this is why you join us. You will see us like majorly misplay, and it'll be great.
It was very great. I had a lot of fun, man. Guys.
Oh man! So thank you, Pear, for joining us. Thank you, Twitch chat, for messing with us, and we love you all there and everything. So, but this will be it. So thank you for joining us. Join us next week. This VOD will be on YouTube, so you can check it out and laugh.
Holy!
And so there we go. Any last words, anyone, before we sign off?
Bye.
Thanks
See
for
ya.
having me.